Hello, my name is Francis Newton. Welcome to my project writing class. I want to tutor you today on how to write a professional research project. The major challenges many students are having is writing a professional research a professional research work. This has been the challenge of many students in Nigerian university. And these challenges rise from various layers. First of all, by identifying a good and professional research topic. Secondly, they don't know how to identify, even though they manage to identify a proper research topic, they cannot identify the dependent and independent variables or the intervening variables in those topics. And the research is based on the variable of the topic. You can't develop a proper background of the study without, first of all, talking about the variables, which are the most important thing to discuss in writing a professional research job. So the major thing is to identify the variables of these topics. So this has been a challenge to Nigerian university students. And if you can't identify a proper variables, that means you can't structure a proper background of the study. Because you need to identify a proper variable to be able to structure a proper background of the study. Am I communicating? So the major thing, the number one thing in this outline we are going to be learning today is to identify a good research topic based on your department. Every department has a research topic that is inclined to that department. So you can't raise a research topic that is not in line with your department and you expect to do excellently well in that research. So these are our research guide. We are going to be learning how to identify those variables based on the research topic that we are going to select in today. Then we are going to structure a professional background of the study. After we structure a professional background, then we structure a professional statement of the research problem. What is the statement of the research? The statement is the problems your research intends to solve. Am I communicating? The problems your research intends to solve are the statement of the problem. Every research is the aim of every research is to solve a particular problem, a particular challenge that that research is facing, that aspect of the system is facing. So research is identifying a background, then setting the problems that have been the reason the research was raised in the first place. The problems are the reason that research was actually raised in the first place. So after we structure the professional statement of the problem, what are we going to do next? We're going to be raising accurate research objective. As in, a research objective is the guideline of your research. It's as if it's the working step, from one, two, three, four. The research objective is like a US UI design, UI US design, sorry, of a project. It's like a guideline. What's your major focus? What you want to focus on? What your research is basically focusing on. Am I communicating? So the objective of the study is the major guideline, the major focus of your research. That is the objective. And mind you, after we develop a proper objective, we are going to develop a professional research question. Am I communicating? We are going to develop a professional research question. So how do you develop a professional research question? We develop research questions based on our research objective. Am I communicating? So after we develop our research questions, then we are going to be developing research hypothesis. The research hypothesis are the testings. You understand? Are the things we need to test to check if the work is significant or if it's not significant. There are many ways to test hypothesis, and there are many measures of testing hypothesis. We can use the alpha level of 0.05 as the average testing requirement. If the value, maybe your p value, your t value, your f value is lower than the alpha level, that means that hypothesis is rejected. Am I communicating? So if it's higher, then is accepted. Am I communicating? So we are going to be learning how to test research hypothesis. Then we're going to be talking about the significance of the study. Not only that, we also talk about scope of the study. The significance are what the aspect of the study to the, maybe to the government, to the policy makers, to educational bodies, as in what will be the benefits of that topic to all those bodies. Then the scope is the geographical location where this study is going to be carried out, or the period of time where this study is going to be carried out. Then we are going to talk about the definition of terms. Definition of terms are the terms that will be used in the work. You need to define them, and you need to identify those terms based on your research topic also. You understand? So the part two of this training, we are going to be talking about how to develop literature review subheadings. Note, you can only develop a professional literature review by using the subheadings from your research questions. You are going to develop a professional literature review by using the subheadings from your research question. Am I communicating? So the subheading from your research question are the proper way to develop a professional literature review. Then I'm going to be showing you how to source empirical literatures. What are empirical literatures? Empirical literatures are past works. They are the work established literatures of past writers. Am I communicating? As in the ideas of past writers towards the aspect of your topic. The idea of previous writers, intelligent writers towards the aspect of your topic. So I'm going to be showing you how to do a professional empirical literature. Then the part three of this training, I'm going to show you how to do a professional research methodology. There are various research methodology encompasses of various things like research design, sampling technique, the population of the study, method of data collection, the research instrument to be used. We're going to be talking about all this in this training. Follow me and pay attentively. Pay attention as I teach you and give you a step-by-step guide to writing a professional project research. I remember Francis Newton. I am so grieved to say that most Nigerian students cannot write a good research. Follow me into this class. Let me show you step-by-step guides to write a professional research work. So I'm going to be teaching you, first of all, how to identify a proper research topic. You understand? So imagine you're in the Department of Vocational and Technical Education, that is VTE. So what will your topic look like? For example, let's consider this topic: assessing the effectiveness of technical and vocational education in preparing students for the labor market in Orede local government area. I see this topic. Assessing the effectiveness. You are checking the effectiveness of VTE in preparing students for the labor market in Oredo local government area. Are you seeing this topic now? Is related to your department. Am I communicating? So vocational and technical education. So this is an example of a VTE topic. Am I communicating? Then let's consider another one again. Promoting entrepreneurship education in Ikuba, Oka local government area for economic empowerment. So in this second topic now, you are trying to talk about promoting entrepreneurship education for economic empowerment. Promoting entrepreneurship education for economic empowerment. So first of all, if you want to develop a proper background of the study based on this topic, what is the first thing you need to check on? First of all, you need to identify that promoting, what are you doing first? Promoting entrepreneurship education. What is the dependent there? Economic empowerment. Are you seeing it? So anything is to economic empowerment. That means you are checking on it to economic empowerment. First of all, identifying the dependent and independent variable. The dependent variable is a variable you can use to test all the factors involved in the topic. In this now, dependent. The dependent is what? Economic what? Empowerment. Independent, you can just say entrepreneurship education. Education. Am I communicating? So you are going to check entrepreneurship education on what? Economic empowerment. That is what this topic is talking about. You say, okay, check. Then inside these independent variables now, you're going to identify the factors that are influencing the promotion of entrepreneurship educations, the limitations involved in promoting educational entrepreneurship educations, what are the challenges. So all those challenges are going to be the factors, they're going to be the other sub variables. Am I communicating? So this is how to draft a professional variable, to identify your variable. Okay, let's identify this for this now. Let's identify the variables for this. Am I communicating? So in this one now, assessing the effectiveness of and vocational technical and vocational education in preparing students for the labor market in Oredo local government area. First of all, effectiveness of technical education in preparing students for the labor market in Oredo local government area. So in this topic now, you first of all check the assessment factors. Am I communicating? So you check the assessment factors. So you identify the assessment factors. Am I communicating? So in this case now, what is the dependent variable now? The dependent variable will be effectiveness of technical and vocational education. You can proxy this employment rate. Am I communicating? What is proxy? There are some variables you cannot be able to measure. Am I communicating? So in those kind of situations, you proxy those variables. You proxy them with things you can use to measure it. Okay, the effectiveness of technical and vocational education will be measured by employment rates. Am I communicating? That is the level of employment of those students. If the VTE education is effective, definitely they should be employed. Am I communicating? So then the independent variables here will be various factors that can affect their effectiveness. That will be the independent variables. Various factors can affect their effect. So one of these various factors is the quality of what? The quality of the vocational and technical education. Quality of what? Vocational and technical education. Then economic condition. You can just use economic condition also. Economic condition. So these are the factors that can affect the effectiveness of vocational and technical education. The quality of that education can affect it, the effectiveness. Am I communicating? Then the economic condition can also affect the effectiveness, which is proven by employment rate. So the quality of vocational and technical education can affect the employment rate of these students. The economic condition can also affect the employment rate of the students. Am I communicating? So I think as a VTE student, I have been able to raise a professional topic, identify the variables. Let's talk about some other departments as we go forward. Talk about some other departments. Let's talk about health, safety, and environmental education. Education. Health safety. So under health safety and environmental education, let's look at this topic. Assessing the impacts of poor sanitation on public health in Oredo local government area. Most of you already know how to identify these variables already from what we have taught previously. So in this place, we are going to check the impact of poor sanitation on public health in Oredo local government area. So the independent variable here, what? Poor what? Sanitation. The dependent is what? Public health of Oredo residents. Am I communicating? So the public health of Oredo residents is a dependent variable. So we are going to be testing various factors of poor sanitation on the health of Oredo citizens, the health of Oredo residents. Am I communicating? So this is for health safety and environmental education. This is an example of your topic. Mind you, every topic should be related to your what? Department. Every topic should be related to your department. So let's get a proper background of the study. So in this case, there are many tools I can use to get your proper background of the study. Those that can use ChatGPT, there are ways you can prompt it and you get a professional what? Background of the study. And you can also check online on Google, you understand, and develop a professional background of the study. Mind you, if you want to develop this background of the study, what you need to first of all focus on, let's work with this, assessing the impact of poor sanitation on public health in Oredo local government area. Assessing the impact of poor sanitation on public health in Oredo local government area. So the first thing you need to check is to check if there is any work done on this before. Assessing the impact of public health. So you can come to Google, type and paste it in. Check if there are works done on it. You can see we start getting out the effects of poor sanitation on what? Public health. Open that. Look for more researches. Look for more research. Look at this. Potential impact of sanitation on public health. open that in another link. So to check if there are other project topics on it, you can just add to your search engine. Add to your search engine. Project topics on communicating. Tap it, search engine, you proceed. I think in this place they have something like that. You can open it to compare. Then I think project champions, they have something like that also. They have something like that also. So have something like that. So you open it. This is how you do research work. You check everywhere. Check everywhere. Check everywhere you need to check. The potential impact of sanitation. I think UNICEF wrote something on this. So let's check what we have opened so far. Let's check them. Let's check what we have opened so far. I think this is the effects of poor sanitation on public health and the environment. So let's check what these are for us. Sorry about my network. I think my network is slow. It's kind of slow. So let's check. Let's check. And this is still loading. It's still loading. I think this only have one abstract. This only have one abstract. Let's check the next one. Taking so much time to load. Let's check the next one. I hate this. This is taking too much time to load. Let's open this. See what UNICEF have. See what UNICEF have. Okay. Let me just open all the links we can get. So we are trying to access most articles, some articles and some materials. God, why is network frustrating me this morning? So hope you are following. I think one of the journals I've downloaded. Let's open it and see. I think a journal just finished downloading. Open it. So I think they have opened now. Some of them are open, and if you notice, I closed most of the listing I opened because they were, I think they were slowing down the networks. So let's look at one article here. As you can see, this hmm, you see This article is just what we need. This article is just what we need. Assessing the impact of poor sanitation on public health in Orede local government area. Independent poor sanitation, public health is independent. So if you check this article, first of all, the article is talking about public health. Am I communicating? Which I'm trying to tell you that the first what you should be talking about majorly is your dependent and independent variables. Article is talking about public health. So what do? You copy. Project is all about copying and pasting. But to find plagiarism, there are tools that you can use to rephrase what you have copied so that you can be able to, fight what? Plagiarism. You understand? So if you check this is a professional background. I think from what I can see, say Wilson defined public health as a science and art of preventing disease, prolonged lifespan, and providing physical and mental health and efficiency through organized community efforts and education of individuals. American Medical Health Association (AMA) define public health as an act and science of maintaining, protecting, and improving the health of the people through organized community efforts. Public health is thus preventive in nature and serves not to cure but what? To control. If you check this work, the work is astonishing. So you see, this work has a professional background. So you pick the valuable stuffs. You pick this, let's pick this. Let's pick this. Let me pick these two paragraphs. Make sure you read what you are picking up. Don't go and pick rubbish. Then I'm going to my paraphrasing tool. Into my paraphrasing tool, paraphrase this. Understand? In case you don't have this keyboard is a paraphrasing tool that you can use to paraphrase your work. And make sure you always paraphrase your work. It's very important for your work to be able to overcome plagiarism. If you need access to these keyboards, I have the premium version. I think the free version will only allow you to paste or paraphrase 125 words per time. But I have the premium version. You can always reach out to me to get the premium version. It's just a very little amount. So paste it in the paraphrasing tool. You click on what? Paraphrase. Click on paraphrase. You click on paraphrase. Your network is very fast, your own will be very faster than this. I think you can see it's paraphrasing. It's paraphrasing the job. It's paraphrasing it. You can see doing the paraphrasing. It's paraphrasing it. Here the tool works. So if you need this tool, you can just send me a DM my way. I will get you the tools, the premium version. So you can be able to paraphrase or you can even paraphrase for your classmates and make money from that. So let's go. Background study. This is your background of the study. It is like chapter one. Let's title this one. This thing chapter one. Chapter one. Chapter one subheading is called introduction. Introduction. So this is the background of the study. So you go back to the article to check more. Let's check more. So my this for educational purpose only. So we are not going to go too much in details. You can see, public health is concerned with assessing and controlling the impacts of people on the environment. Hence, oh, this is nice. I love this. So you pick this also. You pick this with your paraphrasing tool and you paraphrase. Paraphrase. This network is slow. Network is slow. It's paraphrasing. It's paraphrasing. You can let's be checking some other stuff in the article. So this says Nigerian in Uganda is confident and characterized by poor disposal of facilities, both in humans and institutions lacking innovation. He's talking about Uganda. This global perspective. In some projects, you need this. But in what you're doing now, we are not going to be adding that. So this is a background of a global perspective. That's what we call it. Background of a global what? Perspective. So we go down, check more. You can pick this reel also. This reel, you can pick it. You can pick it down to this place. Okay. So I think I've seen what I need now. I think I've seen what I need. Let me check my paraphrasing first and get it. So I take this now. I go to my work and I add it. Hope you're following another paragraph. See how you develop your professional background. Then I go back to my article. You see this increasing organization is necessary for living. I think this is very nice. This is very nice. Copy from this. Resistance slowing me down. Copy from this down to this. And to this. Into my paraphrasing tool and paraphrase. Paraphrasing to undo what? Paraphrase. Hope you're enjoying this class. Hope you are enjoying the class. Just tell me on the comment section if you are enjoying the class. Okay? Tell me on the comment section if you are loving this class. Tell me in the comment section. As you can see, since while we're presenting, let's go to our article back and check some reviews. Let's go, 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 let's go. The statement of problem is very interesting. Okay, this is the statement of problem. Statement is the public health and environmental health have been adversely affected by poor sanitation. First of all, what did this statement of problem nine? It's trying to tell you the problems. It's identifying the problems in the research that public health and environmental health has been affected by. That means for a very long time, poor sanitation has been affecting what? Public health. Characterized by liquid and solid waste disturbance. That is the things that are causing this poor sanitation. Waste disposal, both solid and liquid waste disposal. They are causing poor sanitation. This is tell you that waste disposal is affecting what? Public health. Improper waste disposal what? Is affecting what? Public health. Lack of adequate sanitation facilities. They don't have sanitation tools like good latrines, toilets, clean water supply systems. These are also affecting the public health. Hey, this is interesting. People from near waste dump sites and others who use contaminated water have suffered from diseases like cholera, malaria, typhoid, dysentery, and many other communicable diseases. The problem not only threaten the health and the lives of the people, but also cause deteriorating poor environmental health and unsanitary conditions that may result from foul air which comes from the dump sites and sometimes cause the death of aquatic creatures due to the presence of excessive water pollutants. Even aquatic creatures are dying. Poor administration and mismanagement of some organizations and programs are some of the factors that contribute to poor sanitations in areas of Uganda. In this place now, you're going to, I think our this thing is Oredo local government. I'm going to be changing that to Oredo local government. Or, or in Edo State, you can just put in Edo State. This challenge needs an immediate hand from the fourth Portal Municipal Council that reliable waste management. You are going to change this fourth portal. You can put from the Edo State government such that reliable waste management strategies and facilities are established. Sanitation facilities such as public latrines, toilets should be improved as well as trying to reduce the levels of contamination. Am I communicating? So let's check our paraphrasing and see the extent it has gotten. I think it's good. I think it's good. So pick it and paste. Never ever forget to paraphrase your work. It is very important and what? Essential. So let's take that statement of problem then edit it. After that, we are going to generate, mind you, generate your objective or purpose from your what statement of problem. Statement of problem. So let me take this link down to taking it down to here. Uh, After paraphrasing it, then I'll paste it and go and edit it. Are you enjoying this class? Hmm, I know you must be enjoying this. So it's paraphrasing. Let's wait for it to finish paraphrasing. And from here we can start. Want to raise our research questions, hypotheses, and all that. So after this, now we are going to be raising our objective, as in our guide of this study. Going to be raising our guide of this study. So see, also including waste disposal, lack of adequate facilities like latrines, negative, negatively impacts public and environmental health, toilets and clean water supply systems. Here, EPF 1995 reports that people living near waste disposal sites in contaminated water have experienced ailments such as cholera, malaria, typhoid, dysentery, and others. City water pollution in those that can harm people, environment, and aquatic life. Farm nutrition organization program has contributed to poor sanitation in urban Uganda and beyond. Say in Edo State. When you say in Oredo, show you this thing is Oredo local government area, and this situation requires immediate assistance from the Edo State government to implement reliable waste management systems and sanitary like public latrines, improve toilets, and reduce the contamination of water sources around the river and just around town. If you have river, you can put, but I don't know if you have any river in already. Okay. So from this now, we're going to generate our research objective. Some department call it purpose of the study. So here's the purpose of the study. This was something I call it. So we're going to be developing the research objective. So if you from the statement of the problem, you can see that the statement of the problem was trying to tell you that waste disposal is one of the factors of poor sanitation. You understand? And mind you, our topic is assessing the impact of poor sanitation on public health. So you first of all say something like the major, when you say the main objective of the study is to assess the impacts of poor sanitation on public health of Oredo, Oredo government residents. The specific objective is to, then what are you saying? One, mind you, from the previous statement I made, I told you that from our statements of you can see that waste disposal is one of the factors. So it's just something to determine the, okay, so you can say something like determine the impact of waste disposal. Determine the impact of poor or improper improper waste disposal on the public health of Orado local government residents. This should be the one of the specific. Then latrines, that is the factors, the facilities, adequate facilities. So to determine the extent, the unavailability of adequate facilities, determine the extent or determine how unavailability of adequate facilities has contributed. Okay, adequate facilities like latrines, toilets, and clean water supply system. Latrines, toilets, and clean water supply system has contributed to the public health of Oredo local government residents. Determine the extent poor administration and mismanagement of organizations and programs have contributed to have affected the public health of Orado local government residents. I think finally, can use 3 or 4. You can assess the strategies. Assess the strategies. I think the strategies used to improve public health of Oredo local government residents. So you develop this, then the next thing is research question. But mind you, the standard arrangement for project now is research question comes up now. But you must first of all develop your objective. Anyone you want to do, sure. So research question. So you're talking, you say now based on the purpose of the study, the following research question we are raised to guide this study. Number one, what is the impact of improper waste disposal on the public health of already local government residents? So based on this, the number two will now be how does this is unavailability, how does unavailability of adequate facilities like latrines, toilets, and clean water contribute to the public health of already local government residents? From this, I hope you can raise the research question three now. Can you raise the research question three? Answer in the comment section. So result three is determine the extent. So you say to what extent has poor administration and mismanagement of organizations, programs, insurance pensions affected the public health of blah 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 blah. You know what to put there. Then number four, what strategies can be employed to improve public health of already blah 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 blah. Are you getting this? In faculty education, The supervisor may not ask you to put hypothesis. But yeah, faculty of management sciences and other faculties, it's necessary you cite the work. So search hypothesis. So give it a preamble. The following hypothesis was raised to guide the study. Why do you have the alternate hypothesis and the null hypothesis? You can select the following hypothesis was raised in a null form. The null form is example. Okay, let me give you an example of the hypothesis. Let me say null hypothesis. Don't write it this way. Oh. I just want to give you an example. Hypothesis. There is no significant impact of poor sanitation on public health on the public health of Oredo local government residents. Then the alternate hypothesis. See, is the opposite. See, there is a the same thing. So this is the alternate hypothesis. So you can decide to either raise your hypothesis in a null form in an alternate form. But in this case, our hypothesis is going to be based on our our research question. So you can raise your hypothesis now. So you say hypothesis one will be something like there is no in no formal, there's no significant impact of improper waste disposal on the public health of Oredo local government residents. Number two, um, I think we can take this one as number one, this now as number one. Let's take this as number one. Significant impact of improper waste disposal. And number three hypothesis. We can't use this unavailability to raise the unavailability. You can use the you say the unavailability of adequate do not significantly contribute enough from it. You can say the unavailability of adequate facilities, latrines, toilets, and clean water supply do not significantly contribute to the public health of the local government residents. So the final one is Poor administration and mismanagement. Alright. Mismanage of organizations do not affect the public health of Oredo local government residents. You can see that we have raised the hypothesis. So consider we have raised the hypothesis. Is it not interesting? Very interesting. So what we're going to do now is let's raise a significance. Significance to be fast, we just go to GPT and tell GPT to raise significance, and let's go to GPT now. Copy and go to GPT. Here, to GPT. We copy the work. Come to GPT. See, give it a prompt. Say based on this, I need significance of the study, scope of the study, and definition of terms. I think I need the significance and scope in a proof form without subheadings. Let's copy this. Let's copy this definition of terms first. You can decide to paraphrase it. You go to your paraphrasing tool and paraphrase before you post here. Am I communicating? So I'm already showing you how to do that. Decide to paraphrase it. So this is the scope. Like I said, you can decide to paraphrase it. Go to your paraphrasing tool, paraphrase. Make sure you paraphrase to keep plagiarism. Am I communicating? Make sure you paraphrase to keep plagiarism. Focally focus on the specific geographic area of a road. I told you earlier, the scope is the place. Center examining the current sanitation, waste management, blah blah blah. So this and significance study. You can see how you can integrate ChatGPT into this research, Abi, to make life easier for you. So, but make sure you paraphrase. I keep saying it. Make sure you do what? You paraphrase the work. Don't just paste. Otherwise, you will just get plagiarism score of 90%. So this is the significance. Very short and simple. But when you're doing yours, make sure you are elaborate. Because significant importance to addressing present concerns surrounding public health sanitation within regular plan. Identifying the impact of enjoyment, blah 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 blah. This goes in guns line interpretation to by identifying reputations of organization, past pathway and in blah 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 blah. You can see, you can see this is a professional chapter one of a project. This is a professional chapter one of a research project. So let me just do one thing quickly before so let me tell you something quickly before we continue our chapter two, the part two, which is the chapter two on the next training section. So I'm Francis Newton. So if you need personal tutoring or personal guideline, my office is at Wood Shop 3, Wood Shop 3 in Physical Science Complex, University of Benin. You can always contact me if you need keyboards, project writing. Maybe you don't want to stress yourself and you need a professional to handle your project writing. Our project writing price ranges from 25,000. Project writing price ranges from 25,000 for undergraduates, 25,000 down to 60,000 for undergraduates. Why this for undergraduates? Why from MSc from 65,000 to 150,000? That's for masters. And for PhD, we range from 150,000 to 300,000. PhD. So we handle projects for every department professionally. E is an assurance. When you work with us, your E is guaranteed, and we deliver the work at your agreed time. Instant delivery, fast, instant, and reliable delivery. We make sure we give you what you want. We make sure we give you what your supervisor wants. Mind you, we handle your scrutinies and your corrections. We handle all of them. Don't fail to reach me at 09169633483. Call or WhatsApp. Don't fail to subscribe to this video, to this channel. I'm going to upload the part 2 very soon. So subscribe to stay tuned when the part 2 of the project guide will be updated. Thank you. I remain Francis Newton and I love you and I want you to do well. Thank you very much. Just read this class on the comment section. Tell me what you have learned so far. If you have any question, you can also reach me via WhatsApp or call me. I'll personally attend to your questions. Or if you want to learn data analysis, you want to learn how to do data analysis or anything else, call me. I'll book a section with you. Very cheap and affordable. Thank you. I love you.